Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here with today's Micros Market Recap. I was out of the office yesterday, hence nothing was given yesterday. But today is Wednesday, June 14th at the close of New York. Let's get right into it with micro oil, which has been closed since 2:30 Eastern here. So we opened gap up well above that close from yesterday. Had a little bit of a stall there. It took, a good hour to break through this HVA edge that was drawn the night before. But once we did, we finally got some action going on. We had a response at the HVA edge below us for an inverse long, and then we came back to that one that took forever to break through, got that resistance. So that's one, two potential entries right there. And then that news came in for oil today. Had a little bit of retracement at that HVA edge again, turned around, came down, and then we obviously when we got to here, we did get to our close because where I drew it. But so we did get into balance, and they just had the intention of taking it lower for us there. Quickly approaching our contract low that we've got at around 66.83. So if we overtake that, then we'll be making new contract lows. But until then, we just closed net negative for the day in oil. As far as gold goes, it did a lot of consolidating today. Initially, we opened up in the balance from yesterday, above everything in terms of close and such, but still within the range. Had some news at 8:30 that drove us up, and then we just went sideways, and then didn't really do much. We closed at 1:30, and the aftermarket just kept going, and that FOMC is what really injected a life into the gold, but didn't really get anywhere. Or anywhere new, I should say. But with that being said, we did technically close net positive in gold. And then our equities, that was a slow morning to say the least. If we just scroll back, you can see we opened above ever so slightly that close from yesterday, had a little bit of move down, got the close, and then we just melted up, just kept melting up. And you can see how long it took to get to lunch from here. Not a lot of a range expansion, but then as soon as lunch came, it died out almost entirely, and then as we got closer to the FOMC, we got a little bit more volatility injected, and then the FOMC came out, and you can see just the volatility and the participation that had entered the market. We did three times the range or so, 3x on the range. You can consider that right there, or at least a 2.5. So we did get quite a bit of volatility with that, and then the 2:30 announcement, the Fed share press came out as well, and so that's what drove the market. That participation from those announcements, whatever they were, it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't really be trading the news because, let's be honest, the big banks aren't your friend. They just want to take your position. If you're, if they're trying to go higher, they want you to sell. So they want you to take that sell position so that they can sweep you out and actually move the rung up towards their targets. But with that being said, we are technically closing net positive in the ES, same as the NAS. As far as the NASDAQ goes, if we scroll back here, might be a little bit longer than the ES. We too opened inside the range from yesterday, just below the close this time. Didn't go after it immediately. We had a move down. We dipped down, and then we came up and just started melting up. We did have a little bit more participation in the NASDAQ today than the ES in terms of volatility. But it did make new highs, new contract highs. Quite a high, not terribly high, but a decent amount. And then with that FOMC and Fed share press news, we just got some more volatility injected in, and it didn't have quite the response as it did in the ES. We didn't, make twice or 3x the range from the morning session. So, but with that said, we did get quite a bit of volatility in that market, and it did drive it around up and down, and primarily made new highs yet again for the day. And where we currently stand, they just put in some more. So we did finish net positive in both the ES and the NASDAQ. Not really a good day for trading, I'll say it. We were practically just sideways, very consolidated, very congested, and we didn't get much opportunities to begin with. That on top of it being rollover week, meaning there are two active contracts. You have the expiring contract that is still open, and then the new, next quarter's contract for the equities is also open. So you have participation in both markets. So you don't have the 100% of all people in one market. It's split between the two. The ratio can differ day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. And that's something that we don't really recommend trading around anyway. So during rollover week, we call it, we don't recommend trading during this time, especially in the equities, because it takes forever for everyone to just move on over. If they could do it in one day, that'd be great, but they don't. They take about a week or so to transition over into the new markets here. So this week will be pretty abysmal, I imagine, for the equities. It's just is what it is. If you are interested in learning more information about these levels and how you can also get them onto your charts the night before the market opens, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Get in touch with the representative at either location. They'll gladly show you what we do in the rooms each and every day. You'll be able to see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education program in the world. We look forward to seeing you there.